How to do a pyramid training system. Hi, I'm Hayley from Parallel Coaching, and in today's video we're going to explore a resistance training system called pyramids. This is whereby we're going to understand it in relation to your level 3 personal training qualification. So it's one of the training systems used within that syllabus, but also it's something that you're going to go ahead and use with clients and also with yourself. So we're going to understand all the different rules, and we're going to understand what it is and what it isn't, so you could go and implement it immediately. Now, as part of your level 3 personal trainer qualification, there's actually 17 different resistance training systems that you learn about. And a lot of people get these mixed up. So I actually have an invite for you at the end of today's video to help you learn a little bit more clearer about each of the systems and be able to go and implement them with clarity. Now, let's find out, first of all, what a pyramid system is not. A pyramid training system is not a drop set. And it's not a multiple set. Lots of people get mixed up with these pyramids, and actually they have set rules for a reason based on the result that they get. So don't get it mixed up with a drop set that basically drops down through the weight with no rest, and don't get it confused with the multiple set that doesn't change the weight at all. So let's focus on what the pyramid actually is. A pyramid set is 3 or more sets on the same exercise. We've got clear rest in between. But there is a development on every set, and the development or the change on every set happens to 3 things. The reps, so the number of repetitions they do, the load that your client does, and the amount of time that they rest for. And this changes on each set. You can see how that means that they're different to a multiple set, whereby you keep the variables the same. So we're going to make these variables change on every set, and we're going to do at least 3 sets. So a pyramid, for example, could be ascending, whereby we go 15 repetitions on the first set, 12 repetitions on the second set, 10 repetitions on the third set, for example. That's an ascending pyramid because we're basically ascending up and we're starting to increase the weight that our clients will lift. Then our other type is a descending pyramid, whereby I'd go back down the other way. So I'd go 10 reps, 12 reps, 15 reps, and that's a descending pyramid. Now, this could be in different types of rep ranges, which I'll speak about in just a moment. But the main key thing here is that on every set, we're still going to overload. So let's just imagine I set you up on the leg press, for example, and we're on the leg press and we're doing your 10 repetition maximum as our first set. We're going to do a descending pyramid. And you do your 10 repetition maximum, that's to overload. Now we go and have our 90 seconds rest because that's what's required for 10 repetitions. Then during that rest, you're sort of planning how much you're going to remove in terms of load so that you can do 2 more repetitions because we're doing a descending pyramid. So then we have finished our 90 seconds rest and we hop back on the leg press. This time, let's just say I've removed 20 kg. So now it's 80 kg to do 12 repetitions. So you do your 12 repetitions. Notice we've done more reps, but a slightly lighter weight because it's still to overload. Okay. Then we do our rest, which for 12 repetitions is going to be 60 seconds. And then after that 60 seconds, we're going to do the third set, which in this case is going to be 15 repetitions, but I need to make it lighter in order to do so. So I remove some of the weight, make it lighter, they do their 15 repetitions, and then afterwards they have their rest of 30 to 45 seconds. So it's about making sure that you've changed each of the variables. So those 3 things again, repetitions will change, resistance will change because you've got to be at overload, and then also the amount of rest that you have will also change based on the fact that they need the right amount of recovery for the right amount of reps. Now, the types of reps continuum or the rep range that you choose for your clients is going to relate to your client's goal and also their progress within their full program. So if you're doing a 12-week plan and your client's going to progress from endurance training across to hypertrophy training, then the program that I just said, working between 15, 12 and 10 repetitions would be perfect. It kind of blends the gap between the two, doesn't it? So it would work as a really nice transition between the endurance and the hypertrophy, for example. So it allows you to be able to see where you're going to put these. But if you had a strength related goal or your client's in their strength zone, you might work at 4, 2 and 1 repetitions or 4, 3, 2 repetitions. And it doesn't have to be even numbers. It doesn't have to be 3 sets. You could do many more. But it's a case of turning around and saying what repetition range is going to be relevant for the outcome or the physiological adaptation I want my client to see in order to get their goal and their result and what's the prerequisite to move on to the next part of their training. So make sure you keep those rep ranges relevant. Now, what are the benefits of doing a pyramid training system? There are many benefits to all different training systems, but this one in particular, like I said a moment ago, because it's got a varying amount of repetitions, is great for transitioning between like higher reps or different loads or different intensities, and it actually allows your client to be able to get used to working at either higher loads and intensities where maybe they've got stuck at a lower intensity. 12 reps is all I ever do at this particular weight. It allows you to say, well, I'm going to go heavier but do 2 less reps, for example. You're allowed to experience and see that transition into a heavier load. And it also is a great transition as you're sort of moving through all the different types of training or training zones that your client will go through. It also allows for recovery. A lot of advanced training systems like tri-sets, giant sets, pre-exhaust, post-exhaust, these have all stripped out the rests, whereas actually pyramids have a rest and they allow for recovery so that you can meet overload every single time, which is one of those benefits of multiple sets that we often overlook. But yet it keeps it that little bit more advanced by varying the repetition range. Then it also means that the other benefit of this is that they're in 3 to 10 sets. So you're working in an intermediate to advanced range. If you were only doing sort of 1 to 2 sets, it wouldn't be a pyramid. And that might be more appropriate for beginners to only do 1 or 2 sets of each exercise. But if your client's already up to say 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets of an exercise, then a pyramid might be perfect for them because it actually is an advanced training system. It progresses them in a different way. It allows for transition between rep ranges and increasing loads, but it also means that they're now working within the right amount of volume for their goal, and that's crucial. Alongside this, the most important thing that you need to consider with pyramids is that you practice it on yourself. And whatever exercise it is, it doesn't matter what exercise or what kit you've got available, find an exercise whereby you can change the intensity. That's really important so that you can meet overload at different rep ranges. Dumbbells, machines, free weights, kettlebells, doesn't matter, but something whereby you can change the resistance. And I want you to try a pyramid yourself. Most importantly, have your phone handy and time your rest time. Remember, it's going to vary depending on the repetitions that you do. So you want to make sure that on every set, you've changed your repetitions, you've changed the load, and you've changed the rest. Remember, you can either do ascending or you can do descending pyramids. So make sure you choose which one you want to do and then have a go and practice it. Once you've practiced it yourself, you'll know how it feels. You know how much tweaks and changes to make to the load on each set, and you can start thinking how you'll apply it to your clients. And that basically brings us to the end of understanding what a pyramid training system is. But like I said at the beginning, there are 17 training systems that you need to know just in the resistance section of your level 3 personal trainer syllabus. And that can be a lot to learn and hard to understand how you fit into a periodization model. So I have an invite for you towards our Fit Progressions program. Now, our Fit Progressions program is everything you need to help you understand about your case study and what you're putting together as a level 3 personal trainer in training. But also, if you're already qualified, how to refresh all that knowledge, make sense of it and put it into a really clear strategy. And it's not just about planning, there's lots in there about how you work with your client for behavior change and business as well. So make sure you click the link in order to find out how you can really progress as a FITPRO with Fit Progressions. Outside of that, I'd love to know what your big takeaway has been today. Drop a little comment below inside the box and let me know what your big takeaway is and what you've learned. Outside of that, make sure you hit subscribe and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.